Yes, actually.
Okay, kid, have you got some paranormal activity in your house?
More than likely. I know that I have been waking up every morning about 3:33.
Okay, so you may have some activity. Has anybody passed over recently? Are you a channel? Are you a medium? I'm just saying
Channel
that
medium. Yeah.
okay, so we're all going through this paranormal activity. Let's just call it that, okay?
Yeah.
So you realize that the energy is higher now as we hit the cycle of September, mid-September, end of September. The planets are aligned, the full moon eclipse. It's going to be 8 more years before we get one of these. So you understand that all this activity occurring around you did interfere with your phone line.
I do.
Well, you're very aware of it now. Are you on a cell phone?
I am.
Okay, cell phones are very much, let me tell you about cell phones. Oh, there's a story on cell phones, let me tell you. I mean, ever since we have had cell phones and digital, the activity's increased because you take a picture with a digital camera, you go catch some orbs. You know what I'm talking about here, girl?
Yes.
Have you caught any orbs with the camera?
No. Oh,
okay.
Tons of them.
Tons of them. They're flying all around.
Not just in the house. Not
Yeah?
just in the house. It seems I often catch them in very different places.
So you want to tell everybody what an orb is who maybe listening doesn't know what an orb is. You go ahead and give me your little definition of what an orb is.
An orb is visually a round or spherical disfiguration of the picture. It can look blurry. It can appear almost white. It really depends on the light. What it is it's spirits around you, basically. And you will catch them just floating around out there.
I put you on hold because I'm laughing. They're just floating around out there, are they?
They are. They just fly around out there.
Yeah, I know, girl. I know. I can't take a picture without finding them, okay? Okay.
I edit them out now. I edit them out because, it gets a little interesting sometimes.
Oh, yeah, it's interesting. Good word.
Like,
it's not scary. I'm not scared, and I don't think you are.
No, I'm not scared.
Oh, okay. You know, here's the thing, okay, because I've been out here a long time, and I kind of think you have in the field. You know, in the field, so to speak. We've been out in the field, either in the airways or we've been sitting in the psychic fair somewhere. You know what I mean?
A couple decades or so, yeah. Okay.
What'd you say, honey?
A couple decades or so, sure.
A couple decades. And many incarnations. Let's add that, right? Let's add it on there, right?
Definitely.
Okay. And when we're around people that understand it, it's okay. You know, everybody says, oh, yeah. And we kind of like dismiss it, but there's quite a lot of people who are at a very low energy that we have to look at right now, and they are experiencing things that they don't understand, right?
Definitely.
So it is up to us, Miss Teacher, to take the responsibility that we know what's going on and to ease some of their fears, okay? Ease them.
Okay.
And it's going to be difficult. It's not easy to get rid of fear in people, but we can do it through love, okay? Be love, be kindness, be gentleness, as you can possibly be, and you can show them a picture if you wish. You can do an illustration. You can talk about your own experiences. And when we do that, we open up that fear channel. Remember that, okay? The fear channel is in them because they haven't had the experiences that we've had, all right? And I know this is going to help you because God told me to tell you this, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I'm just chuckling because I have a feeling I know what happens when we open the fear channel.
Oh, you do? Oh, my girls opened the fear channel a couple of times.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness,
funny
girl.
what comes flying at you the moment you do that.
We all have a fear channel inside of us because it's part of the spirit, the duality. Fear and love, you know, it's there. That's the duality, fear and love. Choose fear or choose love. What channel are you going to flip on to use in a certain situation? Okay? And if they have free will, which they do, we do too, they're going to choose the fear channel because their love is at a very low energy in them and they're not being loved, period. They may be under the victim consciousness, okay? Under the victim consciousness of the why me, that's all fear, you see. That's the closet, that's the darkness that they allow to come through their channel, okay? So then you have the love channel, which is our channel. We choose that because we know it's a better channel to be on. But we also know that love creates love. And we go to our the channel, the fear channel, we know that we're going to get fear if we create. So the channel, whatever the state of mind, that's what we look at, the state of mind, whatever channel they choose, is basically what's going on here. And we're observing what channel they're coming from. We can actually hear it in their words and in their actions and sometimes in their face. We can see the appearance of fear. And this is something that had to do with also the dimensional thing that we went through. We're in 5 dimension now, correct?
Yes.
So in 3rd dimension, this fear channel was not noticed. But now that the 5th dimension has come into consciousness, we can't miss it. We're going to see it immediately. We're going to hear it immediately. And we got to be very careful with it because it can go in many different directions, okay? Now, I'm not talking about being possessed with a spirit. I'm not talking about that. A child of God, here's an interesting thing about a child of God. A child of God cannot be possessed by an evil intent spirit or the Antichrist. Can't do it. So it isn't actually the Antichrist. We could jump to that conclusion, correct?
We could.
But it is not that. If they have a good heart, and we observe it, and they're asking for help, well, let me tell you something now. The Antichrist spirit does not ask a child of God for help. They don't. They're not interested. They don't want it. It would totally disturb them. They're in the fear. They like the fear. They're thriving. They're creating fear. It's evil. It's wicked. But a child of God who comes with you with fear on the fear channel and says that they love God, then you know that they do have the other channel. It's just not operating. You have to just observe the fear and bring on more love energy. And when you bring on the more love energy, you can bring them up. That's called uplifting. Okay? Got it?
Yes. That just explains something beautifully. Okay.
Well, that's just what God told me to tell you. So I always listen, you know. Okay, you didn't get to do your Akashic, and you're clear to go today because that whatever that was bothering yesterday, gone. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick 5 letters, and your main initial letter to your name is...
S is in sunshine.
S is in sunshine. Oh, you miss sunshine. Oh, you are my sunshine. Oh, I won't go there. Okay, 5 letters of the, I'll pull 5 files and say A for apple. If that's what you want, go through them. Go ahead.
Okay, A for apple.
Yes.
K for karma.
You. Wow.
I for independence.
Oh, my gosh. Ooh, got that one.
B for beauty.
Uh-huh.
Do you have one more?
Yeah, one more.
I don't know why, but the letter J for justice.
Okay, you got it. Okay. Well, I can understand it. You can't. It's coming from your subconscious. You're not privy to the code. I am. Okay?
Okay.
I am the code. Okay? Got me?
Good. Okay.
The recording angel is working through me. I was given the calling to open the Book of Life and the Lamb's Book very early through my meditation and given all the letters and what they really actually mean. So we're looking at your S, and that means you're a supporter. Positive and negative in every letter. You can support. Getting support has been your problem. You understand what she wrote?
Mm-hmm.
It's an extreme thing. It's just like being a giver with the letter D, which you didn't choose, which I'm so pleased. I'm pleased I don't have to go through that with you. But your support area, your support area is enough to talk about. It really is. I think you've done a lot of balance in the blessing area, so I think that's why you didn't choose that one. But you did choose the support area, okay, by your name. That's your vibration. That's your purpose. Yo, baby. You're a teacher. You're a master. You're a walk-in. You're an old soul. What else do we have to read here? You got all of those going. That's cooking. You got me?
Yes.
Okay, so you went through... This is omnipresent coming in now. Ooh. You were carrying something. A lot of luggage, a lot of baggage. Oh, let's see here. What's going on here? It wasn't your baggage. It wasn't your luggage. You told everybody else to unwrap and undo theirs, and then you took it home with you. So, you still got some people's burdens. You got some people's burdens, some people's luggage that you know very well that they unpacked and gave it to you. So you got the healer cooking here now, so just slightly, okay? She notates healing, but it's a different kind of healing. It's not like touching, okay? It's a healing through support. Got it? Does it make sense? Does it make sense?
Second.
You heal through support and love with your support. But when you do that, she writes down the process, you take some of it at home and go through that whole thing like, well, I support people, these are your thoughts, and then I don't get the support I need. So it's a one-sided flow of your intentions. So when you take and when you give support, fine. Oh, okay, I'm giving you support. I'm helping you. I'll be glad to talk to you. I'll give you a reading. You don't have the money? Fine. I'll just go ahead and work through it. You see, this is the scenario, okay?
Oh, you have me so well.
Well, that's a scenario. That's what she wrote. I don't have it. She wrote it. She was there. She was there. Yeah. So she says, okay, so then you say, okay, this is fine with me. You see, and it is. But then as you leave the scenario and leave the images and the person and that, you take it and you say, oh, okay, well, I'm not motivated to want something back. That's not my motivation. That's not my agenda. Never has been. So why am I feeling this, Brenda, non-appreciated, or why am I not receiving the blessings from what I'm giving out in my support? And she writes on here, because you won't receive, you see. Even if they say, I don't have a job. But then they may say, I don't have a job, I don't have any money coming in. But then they might say, but I still want to help you. And when I get a job, I'm going to give you some money. And you might say, no, don't. You see, don't. And when you said that, you cut it off. So you cut off your flow of your energy, your purpose, which is support. And you need it back and forth. And so now you're in this position here on the timeline, 2016, trying to figure out, should I continue? That's what she writes. You got it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But you should continue, because you chose the next letter, which is the A, and it's not an apple, but actually it's the career area. The A is called the Circle of Life letter. As we write it in cursive, it's a circle, you see? So even in printing, you're going to see a sharpness to it, but you're also going to know that the A area is the first of the alphabet. You're going to know that that's your importance. You're going to know that's what you do with your life. So you open that file. So I can see that you wrote by the career file that you're offline most of the time, because you're trying to do the work of understanding And okay, she says, understanding, let me read what she said. Understanding why I'm not appreciated. When I appreciate and I respect, that's a law. It's a law of attraction. So, Brenda, if I'm doing this, my question to Brenda or to anybody, if I'm sending out this type of energy, why am I not receiving it? Because the receiver is cut down, cut off. Okay?
Okay.
So how do you open your receiver? Good question. The K area is the next area that talks about that. The K is a spiritual area of the alphabet, which you chose. And the K file says the receiver has been shut down because of beliefs. Here we go, we're going back. Beliefs which could have occurred in a past life or in this life. So I'm looking more at a past life. It was religious denominations and dogma still in your program. Got it?
Very much so.
So, in order to make a correction so you can receive in the spiritual realm, okay, you have to release the dogma. You do? You can't hold on to the belief system that is not in correct alignment with the spiritual system. Okay? You can't work both because it causes a static. I mean, sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. So what we go to next is talking about the money, the script, the money is all evil and all that kind of stuff. So go back to your belief systems and tell me what money means to you. What does money mean to you on a spiritual level? Go ahead.
It doesn't. That would be the problem.
That is it, girl. That is it.
Did you say on a spiritual level? I kind of
on a spiritual level, money actually operates on both levels. Okay. It operates on our belief level of, things that we've been told about money, and it also operates as a blessing on the spiritual level. It operates, it's a duality in everything. You got me? Right?
Yes. Okay.
So,
that makes
if you only, it's not me saying it. I mean, I could claim this, but Brenda is not overly intelligent in this area. She's listening to Spirit, and Spirit knows, okay? The recording angel knows. They know. You go to Spirit when you want answers about Spirit. You don't go to a human being who's not connected to Spirit because that doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Because it's all ego anyway. It's ego in the dogma, okay?
So on a spiritual level, money is a blessing. So it's a gift of receiving.
Yes, ma'am, it is. Praise God, you got it.
Okay.
So now that you say that, you claim it. You claim it. I am moment. It's kind of an affirmation, you say. Instead of doing what you're doing, you're cutting your blessing off. Yep. This may take you a digestion period, like a meditation on it. It may take that. Okay? It depends on you. I think you're good. I think you got it. Once you get it and you recognize. See, no one really has ever brought this Akashic record open before. This is my assignment. Okay? Okay. You're thinking something strange now, girl. Don't even go to that subconscious.
Why was it never open before? No, it's okay.
No.
It's before I was.
It's never been open. No, it hasn't. No. Everything has the divine timing. And everything that I've done on my journey is divine, and everything you've done. We're on the divine line. Okay? And it's divine timing. And so for me to make a request to the recording angel, it took me quite a long time on my linear, on Brenda's timing. Brenda had certain things she had to overcome, like you did. We overcome things, and it was all spiritual. And I kept asking God, what do you want me to do with these letters? What do you want me to do with these letters? Well, first he told me to write a book, which I did, God's Alphabet. I wrote it. It's out of print. And then I said, well, now what do you want me to do with the letters? It was always the letters. It was always the meditation of the letters. So then the next was a process of using them in the court systems. and using handwriting analysis, and using the letters for character and personality analysis to work on several cases, find lost children, help murder victims, go into the state penitentiary. Yeah. So they were used that way. So when God gives you something, many uses, but you don't know all the use of the tool that you're given. You don't know it.
Right.
So you practice, like you've been practicing all these years, and you can say for yourself, because she's written it right here, let's go back to you, that you've increased every bit of your channel through what you had your intentions, what you said, I for intentions. Okay? So you talk about intentions in your own self.
I do.
Okay. So, see, you understand how everything comes together in that sequenistic form? You see what she's going to? You started it by choosing, because that's free will. Okay? And I'm allowing it to show me what the subconscious and what she wrote, so I can put all that together. Okay? We got it?
Okay.
So the I actually is the area of your temperament. She writes that you had anger issues, and she says most of your anger issues are gone, so that's been a work in progress. Losing your temper has been something that came from a childhood experience, okay? So you've been around people who had tempers, right?
Yes, very much so.
So you don't need anger management. You just need spiritual management. That's it. Got it? Has anybody applied for that course yet? Spiritual management. I'm starting it today.
There you go.
So, you saw it when you were young, and tempers flaring and people not handling situations. So you were impressed. You're one of these young children. You know what I mean. And you're listening to it, so when you grow up, you don't want yelling and screaming around you. Got it?
Yes, but I didn't do that.
I know you can.
No, I can do that now, but
I know you can, but see, because it was a process you went through. See? You handled it. You spiritually managed it. It's kind of interesting how there's certain things on everybody's timeline that we had to go through it, and see it in the physical, okay, and then take it to the spiritual level, and that's what you did. So she writes down that it's pretty done, but she just wanted to recognize where it came from, which you already knew where it came from, so you're handling it perfectly. Okay, so we can keep going. Ready?
Yes. Yes.
She's taking a deep breath here. She's got it going on. The letter B area, that's me. I'm a Brenda. That's called the family area. That's your mother, father, birth family, or any families that you create around you, like sisters and spirit, and anytime you work somewhere,
there's
like always
a chosen family, like a tribe.
Oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, a tribe.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It's all that. It's all that. The B, that's what the B, you chose that file showing that you have all that. That you seek it. Grouping people together, like-minded people. She doesn't write anything negative about that because this is something that you had ever since you were a child. They look to you as leadership quality at 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, remember? Yeah. You were the one that grouped them, right? Is that you?
Yes.
Yeah. She says you did a good job. Because those were wanderers, people who needed group supervision, which wasn't happening from the teachers. By the way. It wasn't. So you filled in, you see. Come on, kids, we're on the playground. They're all yelling and screaming and hitting each other. Come on, let's go jump rope. Let's go play jacks. Let's go here. So God assigned you to be the little leader to help the group situation in 3rd grade, 4th grade, and 5th grade. What do you think?
Yes, and also gather the lost ones. For lack of a better word, the ones that were on the outside.
Yeah, I love you. Isn't was a good thing you did, right? Right?
It was.
Did you know the recording angel reported this to God when you were doing that? Did you know that, girl?
No.
Isn't it fun to get the record? Isn't it fun to know what you've done? Huh?
It is actually very
I think it's fun. I love it. I just love it. You were so curious and so sweet, coming up with games that people had never played before. You know, 1, 2, 3, red light. Give me go over, come over. You know, all that's in your subconscious. I love it. It's a beautiful place. So now that we know who you are, because that's what this is all about. The J is another spiritual letter. The alphabet is the balancing letter. Spirituality, a J goes into the upper zone, goes across the middle zone, and down into the materialistic zone, which we've already talked about. So this is something you also drew. The reading actually comes full circle, talking about you handling spirituality and materialism, which is what your reading was really about today. It's something that's on your table in the present moment, correct?
Very much so.
So, comments or questions? I sit back. Go ahead.
Okay, so if I understand this correctly, the way that, now that I understand that money is a blessing and an opening to receiving on a spiritual level. And we, of course, know that on a physical level, one needs money in order to survive. For lack of a better word, if you'd like to live, you need money. I have a question regarding sort of the supporting role. Now, you spoke briefly about Brenda's experience as doing all these different things with the gifts she had been given.
Right. The gift changes as you change. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you for that.
Okay, that's okay. Go ahead. What I was
going to say is then if I go back to one of my original gifts, which was grouping people, finding people, and I combine that with supporting people. Now, I wouldn't just be doing that sort of in the, and I hate to use it, but in the spiritual realm. I could also do that in the physical realm, could I not?
The duality is always present. Yeah, the duality is always present. Okay, we got that. Go ahead.
So then it really, as long as I'm sort of doing that, regardless of what industry I might be in, I would still be in balance, correct? Because I'm still
when you observe and you recognize that you are, what you're co-creating, you're recognizing it, okay? You recognize that that is who you are, that is your calling, to be the purpose of the supporter, supporting in both directions, yourself and other people. I think that's it.
Okay. I have one other little question. So, when I'm supporting, am I also taking a leadership role in the supporting?
Oh, yeah. Well, the leadership role is going to work with your purpose anyway, because a supporter is a leader. A supporter can lead people, through the support. When we support somebody, uplift our brothers and sisters. Okay, when we come to them and we recognize that they need some type of support, advice, a direction, they come to us and say, I think I'm off my path. What's my path? Then maybe a question like that. You see? So you come in and you say, okay, let me help you. And your help is support. You're not going to disagree with them. You're not going to go there, because you're going to know that if you disagree with them, it's going to cause what you call a resistance to help, right?
Yes,
so you're going to agree with them. I agree. That's their observance. I agree that you may think you're off your path, but let me support you. You're not going to even use the word sometimes, but you're leading and guiding through your own experiences, and you'll bring up your experiences. I know you do. I do. That's right. See, that is the way to uplift and direct, through example. And you're doing it. Okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
And you can come back for 5 more files as they continue. Okay?
Ooh, Okay, great. Thank you so much.
I'll keep yours on file and put you on the prayer list. Thank you very much for coming in, Ms. S.
Thank you. Bye.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye. It's important that you know that there is a possibility field, an energy field out there. You can call it source, you can call it God, but it's working for you right now.